Welcome to Q&A Day. Today's question comes from Teresa, and Teresa asks, "Hey Kim, I'm in the initial stages of building my business, and I'm just wondering if I need to have a website or can I build my business using just my social media platforms? I know that I can put in an option to link to my email service provider so I can start building my email list, but I've also been told I could just use a simple landing page. Quite frankly, I'm not really sure what a landing page is. Any information you can give me about building a website or about my landing pages, or if indeed I need a website. Thanks so much, Teresa." Well, Teresa, yes, of course I can give you information about all of those things, so thanks for asking the question. Just so you know, basically a landing page is somewhat like a sales page. It is the page that gives quite a few details about a particular subject. So let's say I have, well, you've seen these probably on my own site or some of the things that I've put out there in social media about the Successful Startup Summit. So when I have a summit coming up, if I have a training coming up, I have a challenge coming up next week, and anytime I do those Business Builders Bootcamp trainings, I have a landing page. So you might go to my website, you might go to my LinkedIn profile or Instagram, and in the profile you might see something about coming up, the Successful Startup Summit. It's back, right? And then there's a link to something, and that link then would go to what I would call a landing page. And on that landing page, there's all this information, pertinent details, time, place, etc. And then there's a button to join it, right? So that the opt-in form is not so much on that landing page. You could put it there. I like to keep it separate. You put a button there and then people go and they opt in and then they join your email list, right? So a landing page, again, is mostly used to give pertinent details to get their landing on that page, to get all the information to make a decision if they want to join, if they want to register, if they want to purchase even, which is kind of like a sales page, right? In a sense, a landing page can be a sales page. Okay, now, do you want to just solely build your business on social media? No, for obvious reasons. We want to build an email list. And so I know you said that you can put links in there to start, getting people and driving them over to start building that email list. Yes, you can. However, as long as you're capturing those emails, great. I'm okay with that. But are you putting out enough content that is really starting to help position you as a credible authority in your industry? And are you able to do that on the social media profiles? If you can, and you still have a way to start building your email list, okay, provided you have a robust profile, meaning you have information about you and how you can be of service to your clients, and then you also have that content that's showing that you know what you're talking about. This is why I would encourage you to have a website. It does not have to be this full-blown 5-page website with all sorts of bells and whistles. What I would encourage you to do is to have your homepage, which in a sense is like a landing page. It's your main page, and it kind of gives a snapshot of what your site's all about or who you're all about. In other words, you'll have mostly who you are in just a brief bit of information, mostly focused on your clients. Your website is really about your about page on your website is really about your clients, not you. It's more about what you bring to the table, whom you're serving, right? So think of it in those terms. So the home page on a site would mostly have a little bit of information about you, maybe a couple of snapshots of some of your content, your maybe upcoming trainings, maybe your coaching style if you're a coach, maybe health and fitness, whatever pertains to your business, right? Maybe some photos and a little brief information. And then you'll probably have your blog on there, right? Or a link to your blog and maybe some excerpts of your blogs. And then an about page and your blog or post page. Those things are going to be important. Why? Because the content is the thing that's really going to help drive your credibility and build your relationships, because through that content, people get to see that you are indeed an expert in your industry, that you know what you're talking about. They also see how you can be of service to them. So that's going to be important. You can take those blog posts and post them onto your social media platforms as well. But again, if you're driving that traffic back to your website, you can have more options in there with the opt-in forms. So at the end of a blog post, you could say something like, if you enjoyed this blog post and you want to know more about the way I operate, or if you want to find out if we'd be a good fit for each other, then of course you can say book a 30-minute consultation, right? Or maybe it's, you can grab your free guide to goal setting here. And so it's a way to use, I would use both the website and the social media as well, but you always want to make sure that you have a way to capture the email. That's going to be so important, because that's how you're going to grow your business, is through building your email list. So Teresa, thank you so much for asking that question. One other thing, there are plenty of free templates out there. WordPress has gazillion free templates that are so easy, and you can just kind of plug and play and follow along. So I would encourage you to look at some of those, maybe narrow it down to 5 that you like, and don't get so caught up in all the aesthetics of it right now, because your website will probably change as your business continues to evolve. Maybe you'll change your color scheme a bit. Maybe you'll want to change the layout a little bit. Don't get so caught up in just the logo and the font styles and such. It's kind of like a person. You can put a great dress on a person, a wonderful hair and makeup, but if there's no substance there, then it really isn't going to last long at all. It's the same thing with your business. The content is going to be key to building your business. And in addition to that content, it's building your email list, and your content can be the thing that can help you build that email list. So Teresa, I hope that helps you. Thanks so much for sending in that question. If you have a question for me, you can send it to kim@kimkellythompson.com, and just make sure in the subject line that you put Q&A, and we will link that down below as well. Thanks so much. I will talk with you again soon.